Already the Swans getting lots of numbers around the ball, putting the pressure on. That was Josh Kennedy, number 32, having a bit of a go at it for Hawthorn. And now they're forward again, and look at that, straight to the lap of Mark Williams, who's going to line up for goal.
And we sort of, sorry Rob, we sort of omit Mark Williams out of the equation sometimes. We talk about Franklin, we talk about Rufford all the time, but he is all quality, Mark Williams. He's such a brilliant third option for him. He gets out on his own and gets a bit of space, and he's a really hard matchup as well.
Started him deep forward.
Didn't kick a goal last week, Mark Williams. That changes very quickly. They've got the opening goal here.
I reckon Sam Mitchell in the grand final last year would have been really disappointed. Cameron Ling got hold of him. He didn't have much impact. Brett Kirk's the biggest challenge for an elite midfielder. He really want to dominate tonight, Sam Mitchell.
Here's Kennedy. Kick partially smothered. Taken by Rioli. Good kick to Williams for his second. And he slotted it.
Stokes, they certainly do it for the Hawks as well as the big fellas.
Good wrestle, but after all that heavy work, Jolly just tapped it straight down to Schoenmakers. Now it sits for Stokes, and Hawthorn could have their third goal on the board. Pretty simple, wasn't it?
In the ruck itself, you don't want him in at centre bounces. You don't put thoroughbreds in there, Quarters.
Speak of the devil, here is Roughhead, spilt the beans, but still kicks the banana.
Here's a look at that last goal from the Hawks from Jared Roughhead.
Just the athleticism, Hutto, for a player that size and that size.
Who gets it away to Shaw from half back. Oh, again, they're just playing into Hawthorn's arms, and Birchall's in particular. And the goals will open up here for Mark Williams. Took a time to size it all up, and when he'd done that, he just went back and popped it through for his third. And Whitecross, as it, I should say, Meredith as a junior was known to be able to snag a goal or two from the Northern Knights, so he'll be disappointed he missed that opportunity. Margin is 11, and the Hawks looking dangerous here. Rioli had a long time to work out where to go to, and he chose Campbell Brown. Good decision. Is it 50? No, it's not.
Oh, he just really overplayed that, Marty Matner, on the boundary line. He had to know that you couldn't allow Cyril Rioli out the back, and it was just a mistake. He went to make the contest, but as soon as he went over it, it just opened up the whole forward 50, and Rioli's such a clever player. He was always going to make them pay.
What a turnaround, and what it could have been if Meredith had been able to put the goal through. Now Brown to stretch it out to 17 points. And he made the goal by work just a fraction, but it's through safely.
Golly. That's a shocking boundary throw-in.
That's one of your pet hates, Rob.
They practice all week, and then you get a bad throw-in.
Rioli turned Matner inside out there with some very good skill. Now he weighs up the options. He pumps it long. Franklin again has got to beat two. Franklin flies! Hasn't got it! Franklin has been played on as the call. He kicks a goal anyway! Well, he thought he got the mark, but the umpire didn't pay it. The thing about it, Rob, he stood up in the tackle and he managed to get boot to ball. He did. Franklin to Morton, looking for support. None forthcoming. Manages in the end to get it back to Franklin.
It'll be against, I think it'll be 50 against Barry Hall, because he put Morton down after he handballed it. It's the new rule.
I thought it was in the act of handballing, though.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see it again.
It's a big 50.
It's a pretty tough call, but that's the new rule. Now let's have a look at it.
Oh, gee.
That's,
there was one today I saw in one of the matches.
Yeah, it was an absolute shocker today.
Skills Stadium, wasn't it?
Look, the umpires, like the players, make mistakes. That's a mistake.
That wasn't in the DVD, that one.
No, he got that wrong, and they make blues, and unfortunately this is going to cost Sydney really badly.
Right through the middle for Morton.
And Guerra, and the Hawks clean enough, and they're away. This is Kennedy.
Off to Franklin, who tries to split the pack, and he does, buddy, and he's off to the races. Little chip kick, spectacular stuff from Franklin, explosive, and Roughhead has got the footy within range.
And look at Buddy, he just keeps going. That super effort would have burned up so much energy, and yet it doesn't take anything out of him. Just backs himself there, the big fella. And this is a lovely, delicate little chip kick.
Jared Roughhead has kicked a goal in the first quarter. Just from one step, splits the middle. Hawks by 8.
How good was this don't argue from Buddy Franklin? It's why he's going to be such a genius, because how many key forwards can be out of sorts? Okay, I'll start at half-back flank and I can run better than any midfielder on the ground, can push anyone aside, and at full pace I'm also able to kick the footy like that to my mate who also needs a touch as well. It's such a brilliant thing to have up your sleeve. If you're not going well on the goal square, get up the ground and play as well as that.
Kick was all right, but Moore's dropped an absolute plum pud, and he might really pay if the Hawks can get it down there. Franklin's one-on-one. Guerra goes longer. No, he doesn't. He goes to Franklin. Rioli's going to be hard to stop from there, and the umpire saw the little grab.
The penetrating kick of Guerra just put the Sydney defence under so much pressure.
Made sure the umpire knew all about it. Sirioli was clever, wasn't a heap in it.
And he pops it through, so they've been able to hold Sydney at bay. You're not safe, are you?
Yeah, absolutely. They showed that last week, didn't they? It was the Buddy and Ruffy show in the last quarter against Geelong in round one, and they're always dangerous.
Gee, the umpires are hot on interference and stoppages at the moment, the start of the season. Stokes got dragged down. Advantage. And Roughhead kicks the goal. Back to a 4-point ball game.
Back on the ground, good to see. Third man up, knocked it inside 50. Young broke the tackle on the right boot. Not a bad kick. Rioli against Bevan. Rioli, can he trap it? Roughhead comes in to lend a helping hand. He'll give it back to Rioli, who works his way inside 50. He's on his wrong side. He twists, he turns, he dodges, keeps it alive. Moss can go all the way himself on the left boot. Kicks a vital goal for the Hawks. Well played, Rioli. Big goal to Moss. It was all set up by the run and carry from Cyril Rioli with a little help from Roughhead.
Big call this, but he's almost the best one-on-one player in the competition. Quarters. He causes small defenders more trouble than just about anyone else. He never falls over. He's fantastic in the air, and his speed at ground level. Jared Crouch, who I can't get his name out, is a very, very good defender and quick. He's all at sea one-on-one with Sirioli. He's so dangerous, and he's keeping his side in at the moment. I would be trying to get him as many one-on-one opportunities as he can. First, I'm the man that's going to stand up for my side.
He kicks to Rioli. He gets it moving quickly. To Bateman. Not a lot on offer. Ellis. The Hawks try and run it out. They've moved it well there. Moss, a long ball, looking for Franklin. Oh, he got it on the second bite. And it's through the middle. It's back to 15 the difference.
That final against North Melbourne, the poor weather last year. But he was the focus of the pre-match promotion, of course, and hasn't been able to live up to the top billing tonight. Here's Chance Bateman. Just chipping ball, hoping, and they might get a free out of this, the Hawks. Stuart Dew, who's had just 4 touches tonight.
Thank you.
Here's Stewie Dew to try and pop it through. Maybe give them a little bit of oxygen to the Hawks. He's done enough, and it's back to 27.
To Franklin. He kicks to Morton. That's a free kick. Made him earn it.
Well, I think it's Jesse White, isn't it, who hit him, and he's one big unit. Have a look at him.
Grand, good on him. I like the boy.
That's 20.
So Jared Morton, 1 goal, 2 next to his name tonight. From about 40 out. And that's a nice finish.